Now we will understand what are the various types of email. Emails are of three types: formal emails, semi-formal emails, and informal emails. Formal emails are used for communication with offices, clients, and the content of formal emails is short and simple. Tone is also formal. In case of semi-formal emails, these are used for communication with colleagues, team members, teachers, accountants, landlord, etc. Tone used in the case of semi-formal emails is somewhat casual and friendly, but the purpose is official. In the case of informal emails, it is used for communication with friends, relatives, and the persons we are very familiar with. Informal tone is used in the case of informal email. Then comes, what are the advantages of email? The main advantage of email is that it is quick and direct. That is, it reaches quickly to the receiver and it is received directly by the receiver, and it goes into the email account of the concerned person to whom you have sent the email. Since the email gets delivered directly to the receiver's mailbox, irrespective of his availability, he/she can see the email as soon as he/she opens his or her mailbox. That is, a person may not be available at the time when you send him email. That is, he may not have opened his mailbox, but as soon as he will open his mailbox, he will receive the mail instantly. Email can be sent to the receiver in any corner of the world. Now we will try to understand what are the do's and don'ts in email writing, or what are the various tips for writing email. First of all, we should use appropriate salutation. That is, we should know whether we are to use dear sir or dear madam or respected sir. We will understand where to use different types of salutations. We will understand the same in the coming slides. Next, we should use short sentences, because if you use long sentences, then the meaning you want to convey may not be proper. We should use simple language so that the same is understood by the receiver easily. Next, do not write the entire email in capital letters. It may happen that the capital word point on your keypad is open. That is, everything you type will be in capital letters and you send the same as it is. Though the other person will receive your email in capital letters, but please note that it is not proper if you send the entire email in capital letters. It will be considered as shouting. Use capital letter where it is required. That is, whenever you start the next line, you may use capital word, or wherever it is necessary, but never send the entire email in capital letters. Do not use incomprehensible abbreviations which are not understood by the other persons. Do not use those abbreviations. Write a meaningful and informative subject line. Whenever you send an email to another person, you have to add a subject. That subject should be meaningful and informative, because in today's world, nobody has enough time to go through the entire body of the email. If you write a very lengthy subject line, or if you do not write subject at all, the other person may not read the the email sent by you or may ignore him. So it is necessary for you to write meaningful and informative subject line so that the person receiving your email understood the importance of the email from the subject line itself. Next, have your default signature at the end of the email so that you may not have to put your signatures at the end of the email every time. Your signature should include your name, designation. It may also include your address, phone number in the case of formal emails. But if you are sending your email to your friend, you have not to write your designation or address. The other person who is your friend will already know your email address because you are informal with him or her, and he or she knows your email address. Next, email should be brief. It is not necessary to write lengthy emails. As already told, time is very short for every person. Every person has to attend many other things. So try to be brief and to the point. Use soft tone and polite language even while lodging a complaint. It is not proper that if you want to lodge a complaint, you should use harsh language. If you will use harsh language even in a complaint, then the person with whom you have lodged complaint may understand that you are not having proper temper, and he may, and the tone used by you may go against you. So whenever you use, while making a request, while lodging complaint, use soft language, polite language. It will serve your purpose a lot. Email should be logical and organized. That is, it means that whatever you want to say, it should be in proper manner. That is, if you want to write an email inviting a person to your school to be the chief guest, first of all introduce yourself, then request him to become the chief guest of your school, and you are also to mention your time of the function, place of the function. That is, it should be logical and organized. If you should also avoid grammatical mistakes. If there are grammatical mistakes in the email, then it may also give impression to the person who has received your email that you are not good at English. It may also, the grammar, if not used properly, may mean something else than you want to convey him. So use proper grammar. It otherwise it will affect your personality in the eyes of the others. Highlight and underline important point. As already told, time is very precious. So now your email may consist of 10 to 20 lines. If you highlight the or underline the important point, it will save the time of the person who has received your email, and he will go through your email very fast and understood what you want to convey easily. Avoid slang. Slang means the local language which you may be using. Suppose you are living in a particular country, in a particular state, and the local language you use should not be used in the email, because the other person who is sitting in another country or in another state may not understand what you want to say, or the other person may have different meaning of the slang language used by you. Next is maximum one page for entire email writing. We should not write a very lengthy email. Try to be brief, and you should try to finish your email within one page. We should know how to write email properly. The email to whom it is being sent judges your personality from the email itself. If there are mistakes in grammar in the email of, or if you are writing the email or subject line in capital letters extra, it will adversely affect your image in the eyes of the receiver. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.